and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be making strawberries and cream puffs. Now these are so quick and easy to make and they're so delicious. They're really crisp and fruity and fresh and creamy and I just love them. They're actually really nostalgic for me because I remember eating them when I was a kid. So I'm going to show you how to make them today. I'm going to give you all my tips and tricks. So let's begin. So the first thing you need is Ready Roll Puff Pastry. Now I absolutely love using Ready Roll Puff Pastry. I think it tastes great and it makes it so quick and easy. You can make your own puff pastry if you want to. I don't have time for that today, but if you make your own, you need approximately 320 grams to make the same amount that I'm gonna be making today. I'm gonna be making 10 today. So we're gonna roll this out. This has been out the fridge for about 15 minutes, so it warms up a little bit, so it's easier to roll. Try not to break it when you roll it out. I feel like it's the perfect temperature. So if it's too cold, it will break. And if it's too warm, it will be really difficult to handle. Now I'm gonna grab a knife and I'm gonna cut this into 10 rectangles. You can measure this with a tape measure. I'm just gonna guess today. So I'm gonna go down the middle and then 5 lines across. I don't trust myself. And now 5 across. So, okay, I'm just gonna go for it and hope for the best. Okay, I don't think that's bad. They don't have to be perfect, they just need to be roughly even. So, I'm gonna transfer these onto a baking sheet now, then we're gonna brush the tops with egg wash. I have a large cookie sheet here with baking paper over the top. You can use this baking paper and bake straight onto it, but you do need to spread them out. So I'm using a slightly larger piece just so you can get enough space in between them, enough gaps. So I'm gonna transfer them over. It is easiest to use your hands. So I've managed to fit 6 on my sheet. So we'll do it in 2 batches. Now I'm gonna brush them with egg wash before they go in the oven to make them nice and golden brown. For the egg wash, you need 1 small egg and you're just gonna crack that into the bowl. And about half a tablespoon of milk. And then you're just gonna whisk them together. So grab your pastry brush or something similar, and then you're just gonna brush it over the top. Okay, perfect. So now you could actually sprinkle these with a little bit of sugar if you wanted to, but I'm gonna top mine with icing sugar afterwards, so I'm not gonna add the extra sugar on top right now. These are gonna go in the oven now. We're gonna bake them at 180°C if you have a fan oven, 200 if you don't have a fan oven, for about 8 to 10 minutes or until they're puffed and golden brown. They're out of the oven now. This is exactly what they should look like. They should be nice and golden brown on top. They should have puffed up and they should be nice and crisp as well. I'm gonna let them cool fully. So I'm gonna push them to the side and I'm gonna prep the ingredients for the filling. For the whipped cream, all you need is double cream or heavy cream if you're from the US. Just pour that into the bowl. This needs to be nice and cold because we're gonna whip it to stiff peaks. And icing sugar for sweetness. I'll put all the measurements down in the description. You could also add some vanilla here as well to make it a more vanilla cream, but I'm not gonna do that today. Grab your electric hand mixer, or you could use a stand mixer. You can whisk it by hand as well, but you're gonna be here for a long time, so I would recommend one of these if you have one. And just whisk to stiff peaks. Perfect. They look like nice stiff peaks. So I'm going to transfer it to a piping bag. Grab your piping bag and your favorite piping nozzle. I'm using a Wilton 8B, which is a really wide nozzle. I love it. So pop it in your piping bag, cut the tip off, and push it down nice and tight, and then place it over a glass. And then you're just gonna scoop your cream in. Ooh. Pull that up. There we go. So just gently push that down, make sure there's no gaps in there. And then you're just gonna twist the top, although I feel mine a bit too high. Ah. There we go. Okay, that is ready. I'm just gonna set this aside because I'm gonna put our jam in a piping bag too. You're gonna grab another piping bag. This is totally optional, by the way. You can just spread your jam on. I just think it makes it a lot easier doing it with a piping bag. You don't need a nozzle for this one either. You can just cut the end off. So place that in there. And then grab your favorite jam. I'm actually gonna be using raspberry jam, but you can use strawberry or apricot or, I don't know, blackcurrant maybe. This is one of my favorite jams. It's Bon Maman, and I think it's so nice. And you're literally just gonna scoop a few tablespoons into the bag. If you're scooping too much, don't worry, because you can always just put it back in. Okay. Push it to the bottom, and then when we're ready, we'll snip off the end. And for the last part of our filling, I'm gonna slice up some strawberries. You don't have to use strawberries, by the way. You could use raspberries or peaches or whatever fruit that you think would taste good. It's totally up to you. So I'm gonna take the tops off of these, and then I'm just gonna slice them lengthways. Okay. Just transfer those onto the plate. We don't need that one. All right, I'm gonna clear this up. Then I'm gonna grab those. It was that side, wasn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna grab those and then we'll put everything together. All our fillings are now prepped and these are nice and cool. So I'm gonna slice them open. So grab a serrated knife, because that's gonna be the easiest to cut it. And you're gonna very gently just cut these in half. There we go. So it should look like that, and that will just come apart like that. Don't worry if it has a big hole in it like that. We're gonna fill it anyway. Now these are all cut up, I'm gonna transfer them individually onto a plate so I can add the fillings. Now let's cut the end of our jam. And I'm just gonna pipe this in a zigzag all across. And you can smooth it out if you want to, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. Then we're gonna pipe on our whipped cream. Oh, how would I like to do this? I'm gonna do this in a zigzag as well. And then I'm just gonna place our strawberries on top. Now I'm just gonna add our lid. Place that on the top, followed by a sprinkling of icing sugar. So this is what your puffs should look like. You've got the jam layer and the cream layer and the fresh strawberries, and oh, I just can't wait to eat this. I'm gonna do the rest of them and then we'll come back for a taste test. Okay guys, all my puffs are done, so it's time for a taste test. Oh my gosh. It's so good. I think I have cream around my face, but that's fine. These are definitely messy to eat, but they taste so good. I highly recommend that you make them. So guys, I'm gonna finish this, but that is the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you'd like me to make next. See you next time, bye.